Ashamed. How Harry Andrews' American obsessions brought the monarchy to its knees. Greetings and a gracious welcome to the World of Royal Staffs channel. It is difficult to fathom now, but at one point, Prince Andrew held a special place in the heart of his mischievous young nephew, Prince Harry. A recent poll conducted by former Conservative Deputy Chairman, Lord Ashcroft, revealed that only 22% of the 11,450 participants held a favourable view of Harry, and a mere 7% could bring themselves to view Andrew in a favourable light. Andrew would often regale Harry with stories of his heroic exploits as a helicopter pilot during the Falklands War, a subject upon which Andrew was always eager to expound. No doubt, these tales left an indelible impression on the young prince, who would go on to create his own legends about gunning down Afghan insurgents from a helicopter. Much of their relationship can be traced back to their overly indulgent childhoods. First and foremost, both were mummy's boys. The Queen had a particular affinity for Andrew, encouraging him to kiss her on both cheeks, while his older brother, Prince Charles, only ever bowed. Princess Diana spoiled Harry to no end, allowing him to run free and wild. While she never admitted to playing favourites, Diana went to great lengths to make Harry feel special, even dubbing him Good King Harry. The Queen wrote to a cousin, "All in all, he's going to be terribly spoilt by all of us, I am sure," in a letter presciently predicting Andrew's future behaviour. While he may have looked adorable, his nanny dubbed him Baby Grumpling for his frequent temper tantrums, and Prince Philip referred to him as the boss, a nod to Andrew's stubborn determination to have his way. At the time, everyone thought he was talking about the Queen. When Harry pulled at his music teacher's pants and exclaimed, "I can see your willy," the Queen merely laughed. Likewise, when Harry and his brother took on their royal protection officer, Inspector Ken Worf, neither the Queen nor Prince Charles intervened. Whenever Harry's nanny, Olga Powell, tried to discipline him, he would retort, "Go to your room, Olga." And, of course, it was Harry's idea to build a go-kart track on his father's immaculate lawn at Highgrove. "Papa will be furious if we do that," warned Prince William. But whenever William attempted to restrain him, Harry would always say, "I can do what I want because I am never going to be king." Neither Harry nor Andrew excelled academically during their time in school. Andrew, in particular, failed to impress in the classroom and did little to distinguish himself on the playing fields of Gordonston, his Scottish boarding school. Andrew's last year at Gordonston was a disappointment, as he did not excel at anything except having a good time. In fact, rumor circulated that he failed some of his O-levels because he spent all his time reading trashy magazines and comics. It is clear that Andrew was not interested in anything that required effort or intellectual stimulation. In contrast, Prince Harry was a rebel at Eton, the prestigious school he attended. He felt like a nullity, an unbrilliant boy who was always second best to his older brother. His pranks were childish, such as balancing a book on the top of a door so that it fell on a teacher's head. But he also had a hair-trigger temper and once kicked in a window during a dispute with another boy over a girl they both fancied. Harry's summer holidays were spent at his friend's house in Cornwall, where he indulged in booze and pretty young girls. On one occasion, he got drunk and started throwing around cider bottles. One girl described him as one of the most revolting people I've ever come across. Harry embraced his status as a bad boy, smoking marijuana and becoming known as Harry or His Royal Highness at Eton. Andrew and Harry were both girl magnets, but their approaches were very different. Andrew did not have to make much effort to have pretty girls tumbling into his arms, while Harry employed the chat-up line, "How would you like to come back to my palace for a drink?" It is clear that Andrew and Harry enjoyed the perks of their royal status, but their behaviour towards others was less than commendable. And, at Eton, Prince Andrew quickly gained a reputation as Harry or His Royal Highness. This wasn't just due to his royal status, but also because he had a fondness for marijuana. He wasn't afraid to show his disdain for authority either. He once got into a pub brawl and was thrown out for calling the French chef a fingfrog. Even the staff and his protection officers weren't safe from his bad attitude. He would throw things on the ground and demand they pick them up. Moving on to his love life. There's no denying that Prince Andrew and Prince Harry were both popular with the ladies. Andrew was dubbed Prince Heartthrob and was named one of the world's most eligible bachelors by People magazine at the age of 21. He was often seen with models and actresses, and it's rumored that he even had a fling with topless model Vicky Hodge in Barbados. Hodge claimed that Andrew's previous affairs had been brief because he finished too quickly. Meanwhile, Harry was losing his virginity at the age of 16 to a woman 3 years his senior in a field. But unlike Andrew, Harry tended to pick girls who were sensible enough to avoid the limelight. He would even use the chat-up line, "How would you like to come back to my palace for a drink?" It's not just their love lives that were scandalous. Andrew was also known for his wild partying ways. In 2001, he was photographed on a luxury yacht off the coast of Thailand surrounded by topless young women. He even frequented go-go bars with half-naked young women. A regular at one establishment commented, "You certainly wouldn't get a member of the Thai royal family in a place like this." It seems that Andrew and Harry both realized that joining the military was the best way to clean up their act. Harry had always wanted to do so, and his mother, Princess Diana, even introduced him to Major James Hewitt, who helped him get into the household cavalry. Andrew also did well in his military career, but his scandals never really went away. In fact, they seem to have caught up with him in recent years. The allegations of his involvement with Jeffrey Epstein have been widely reported, and he has even been stripped of his royal duties. It seems that both Harry and Andrew have had their fair share of scandals, but while Harry has been trying to turn his life around, Andrew is still facing the consequences of his actions. In the world of the British royal family, being a member of the firm comes with certain expectations. But not everyone can meet them, as Prince Andrew learned the hard way. During a trip to the United States, Andrew's behavior was so bad that the British press dubbed him the Duke of Yob. The American media wasn't any kinder, calling it the most unpleasant royal visit since the White House was burned in 1812. Andrew's appointment as Britain's roving trade ambassador was supposed to give him a chance to redeem himself, but it proved to be a disaster. The Foreign Office complained that he refused to stick to the agreed itinerary and left a trail of glass in his wake. Adding insult to injury, Andrew was also burning through hundreds of thousands of pounds in taxpayers' money. He lived up to his nickname Air Miles Andy, crisscrossing the globe to attend golf tournaments and various social occasions. Of course, Andrew's disgrace was already underway when he gave a ruinous Newsnight interview about his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein. It was compounded when he paid millions to Virginia Giuffre, an alleged victim of Epstein's. But Andrew's nephew, Prince Harry, fared better, at least until he met Meghan Markle. As he took on more royal duties in his early 30s, he seemed to show signs of maturing from a spoiled prince to a cheeky charmer. However, after meeting Meghan, Harry quit voluntarily and began a tiresome whinge fest about how poorly he had been treated. Since the release of his autobiography, Harry's popularity has plummeted. But according to a recent poll of how the public rates its royals, there is one prince who will always curry less favor than Harry: Andrew. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all my latest content. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.